Hold up.
Yeah.
Good day, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode 2 of my new series of CPFC Transfer Weekly. Yeah, I'm kind of missed out on the week. This was meant to come out on Sunday. Yeah, yesterday, Sunday, which I believe was the 9th of June. I'm recording this on the 10th of June. It's absolutely chucking it down. The weather's just fucking shite. So, yeah, my bad in that. Apologies if I've been inconsistent with my uploading. I've been busy with stuff. The good news is, this Friday, which I believe is the 14th of June, my GCSE exams are officially over. So, yeah, hopefully I can get myself back. I'm not going to lie, though. Between now and, I should say, late August, it's going to be a little bit inconsistent with me uploading. Can't go away for a few weeks and that. You know, I might not have the time and the connection and that to upload stuff. It's just the places we're staying. Do not ask me why. It's, you know, I'm also just kind of want a little bit of a break from not just YouTube, but the pressure that I've been under with the exams, and plus fitting in like YouTube videos as well, trying to get everything sorted, trying to get my media stuff done and that, etc. So yeah, it's been very hectic. So my bad, but. Listen, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A few potential signings, a few rumours, a few players that I personally want to see at the club, and a few of the players that, you know, some could be going, some, you know, maybe staying. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to be speaking about Wilf Sahar because he specifically did say he wanted to sort of leave the Champions League football, and no one's really spoken about him. Arsenal have lost interest in him. I don't think Liverpool, Man City are interested in him either. Neither United. Chelsea can't, obviously, because they're not even in Champions League. Well, they are in Champions League football, but they've got the transfer ban, for fuck's sake. So what does that tell you? And he probably would go to Chelsea if they were available, so he can't go to Chelsea for a while. The only hope I would say is Tottenham. I can't see him go abroad, but maybe Tottenham could get him back. If they were, do they need him? I don't think so. Would he fit in well? Would he be consistent for them or not? Who knows? But the headlines for Palace are all rolling on Wan Bissaka now. Manchester United put in a huge bidding for him, not going to lie. It was 40 million, around 40 million pounds. We rejected it instantly. Now, we didn't say what we wanted for it, but we just rejected it. I mean, 40 million for Bissaka, come on. You know, if we want 100 mil for Wilf, which I don't think we'll get, and I think Zaha will stay, definitely. If he goes, I'll be amazed. You know, especially to a team in non-Champions League football, that just pissed me off a lot, if I could be honest with you, because of what he said. And he even came out as a quote and said that. So, yeah, don't, you know, just keep your promise, Wolf, and that in it. But there are rumours going around saying we want around 60 to 70 million for Wan Bissaka. Now, personally, is he worth that? I'm not too sure, to be honest. He's pretty young, Wan Bissaka. He's only 21 years of age, remember, I think. England under 21. Has had a lot. Has had his first full season at Palace. He's been playing for Palace. He's been noticed more like as a player and as an iconic individual for a season and a half. And that he made his debut, his Premier League debut, I believe, his proper Premier League debut, I call it, against Tottenham on, I believe, the 25th of Jan 2018. So yeah, I mean, you know, he's been around for a little longer than people have anticipated. Now, the amount I was selling for around, oh God, because the amount of players that, you know, these transfer targets, the money, the price tag that the managers have put on these certain players, like Harry Wilson, which I'm going to get onto in a sec, which I did mention in my last few videos, and that they put a 21 million price tag on him for a player of this quality. That's quite a lot. I'm not going to lie. What I've seen him at Derby, you know, that is, you know, quite a lot in that, isn't it? But one other thing that is quite surprising is, you know, the fact that these players haven't really had as much experience. They haven't been around as many seasons, such as the likes as Van Dijk, I would say Sahara and that. They've only been noticed for around a couple seasons in that, innit? You know? So if, like, let's say if we were to sign someone like Harry Wilson, is he going to be good enough in the Premier League? He didn't really work out for Liverpool. He went loaned out to Derby, had a brilliant spell there. You know, obviously Derby failed to get promoted, but he was part of the team who got them into the playoff final and that. So, you know, but are they going to have that level of mentality that we're expecting in that? Now, obviously, there are a few players from the Championship that Palace are heavily linked to. Harry Wilson is one of them. And I'm looking at a few here as well. Maybe the other two, there were 2 Brentford players. I forgot what they were in that. Let me just have a look. 2 Brentford stars. One of them, actually, was Neil Murphy. He's a striker. You know, Crystal Palace could solve their striker problems by bringing Neil Murphy. I have no idea what he's like. He's a Championship player level. I don't know how many goals he scored. I think he was one of the. I think he might have got like over 15 goals this season. Now I don't know what the fuck this is here, but who cares? Leading in that, in it, fam. But I think he might have got like around 15 goals for Brentford this season. Brentford finished 11th in the Championship. That's all right. It's average, if I could be honest. Can he do it in the Prem? That's my thing, and I don't think he can. I don't think he can. I'm not sure what he's like. 15 goals in the Championship, yeah, that's good. Coming up to the Prem, you'll be lucky if you even get around 5 goals from a player of this quality. But who knows? You know, you have players like Joe Brooks, Brooks, who I can't remember what Championship club they bought him from a season ago, I believe. Went up from the Championship to the Premier and had a good start, and then sort of faded down a bit. It wasn't really on form in that, but you know, he had a good start, he had a good impact. You know, maybe we should get a Championship striker, maybe we should get a Championship player, any position in that. You know, striker, midfield, attacking wise, wingers, and that, etc. Going forward, and you know, they might actually just sort of not know what it's like and just get into it. Other players and other teams don't judge them, and when they know how good they are, it's a bit like Salah with Liverpool. When that man came here to the Prem, nobody had a clue what he was going to be like. He did make it at Chelsea. They'll think to myself, is he going to do it at the Prem? And he scored over 42 goals in all competitions. They got 32 Premier League goals, won the Golden Boot the season 17-18, his first full Premier League season as an official Liverpool player in that. So who knows? I mean, we could buy him. He could get up to 20 goals, and a season later, he could probably get 5. Do you know what I mean? So who knows what could happen? Also linked to another player as well. He goes by the name of what's this guy's name? Oh yeah, Johnny Kenny. He is Everton. I think he's a defender, I believe. He's only made a few appearances for Everton. I think he made a few last season. He was the guy who scored that bizarre own goal against Leicester when Everton lost 2-0 at the King Power 17-18. If you guys remember that, a really bizarre own goal. But you know, he's been around for them. The Toffees have said that he can go out on loan to any club he wants in that. Personally, I think he'll be a good outfit for Palace. I believe he's a left back. I believe he is a left back. Now, we've got Van Aanholt at the club. Sometimes he could be good, or sometimes he can just play like a real a-hole, if I could be honest with you. So maybe Joe Kenny would be a good replacement for PVA. If Van Aanholt's not playing well this season, just like he did in periods of this season and the season before and others, etc., when he was at Sunderland, Chelsea and that, or any other club he's been on loan to, he's been to quite a lot of clubs from what I've seen. I'm quite surprised, to be honest, with his quality in that. Then maybe Kenny would be the right replacement for him. Maybe he'll be like for cover in that, you know what I mean? But we don't really have a cover for left back. I mean, Ward can play there. Suarez is rumoured to be signing a new contract. Who knows? Maybe Suarez could come back and be the player he once was for Palace. I don't know, but I can't take another season for Van Aanholt. It's getting frustrated. He's too inconsistent. He's not good enough generally. And he was another one. He was one of the players this season that really pissed me off and cost us a lot of games defensively. You know, most of the goals that we conceded were down his left-hand sides. Players running at him. He got sucked in too much going forward in the midfield, and sometimes even as a centre-back, leaving too much fucking room out on the left-hand side. So what does that tell you? But I think Kenny would be a good replacement for Van Aanholt. Our rumours going around that he may leave at the halfway through the transfer window. Who knows? Who knows? We're also linked to Daniel Sturridge. Now, Daniel Sturridge was released from Liverpool a week ago. They ended his contract. He's been at the club for he was at the club for 6 years. All he won was that Champions League. He scored a few goals. It's very injury prone, although he had a good start to this season. Then he kind of faded away, never really turned up, and you know, just been on the bench. He's been in and out the team injured in that over the past 5 years. When he first came, he was brilliant, but after his first 2 seasons were actually alright. Then the next 4, he got injured. Then he came back and scored a few goals, again, and got injured in that, innit? So that's his problem. But who knows? He could come to Palace. He could be a brilliant player. But he's 29 years of age. Maybe have about 4 or 5 years of his career left. Is he going to have the mentality of leaving Liverpool and being a Champions League winner and then going down to Crystal Palace? Is he going to give everything? Is he going to give it all? Is he going to give 100%? Or is he going to give shit? You know what I mean? So who knows? Who knows? If we are to sign him, I'll be happy about it. Batman's probably not going to come back unless we've got him on a 2-year loan. But Chelsea, with the transfer ban, they have the amount of resources and fertility that they have at the club as strikers and attacking players. So they're going to let him go? Probably not. So I think Sturridge will be an ideal replacement, especially when we start with Benteke or Krapteke at the club, innit, fam? So yeah, let's just see if he does come. I don't think he will personally, but who knows? Who knows? If we offer him like a good wage deal, because he's on a free transfer as well. Just look what happened with Alexis Sanchez. He was on a free and then he gets paid a big wage in that, which is outrageous. But maybe we could offer Sturridge maybe 200,000 a week. Who knows? Who knows? I might be wrong. But yeah, he's another player. We're also linked to, for the second time in 2 years, more like every summer, Mikel Antonio. Now this guy does know South London pretty well. He was a former player of Tooting and Mitchell, which is just down the road for where I live. Well, literally down the road, not like a 5-minute walk. Probably I would say about a 10-minute drive, but it's literally down the road I live on. If you get what I'm saying, it's weird anyway. But yeah, we have re-entered. You know, we have re-entered interest in him. You know, we're just having a look around at him. I don't know. 7 goals this season, I believe he scored. Is he going to give it all at Palace? You know, we've seen what happened with Kouyaté. We signed a lot of West Ham players. I mean, Tompkins, it worked out. Kouyaté this season didn't really have a good season. He was a bit ordinary and average. Is he going to be average, or is he actually going to be good? Do we need him maybe? I don't know. As a striker, he can play there. As a winger, he can play. I believe he can play in a number 10 role as well. Cam, which is a central attacking midfielder, as most people know these days and that. But, yeah, is he going to give it all for Palace? I don't know. I want players. I want some young blood and some talented players that are going to give it all. Not lazy. I don't want an Alexander Shorloff. I don't want a Christian Benteke. Even a Max Meyer. I think Meyer's had a really poor season for us, and potentially he could be on his way out as well. Rumours were spreading around in that a couple of weeks ago, but maybe they've died down. I'm not sure. But yeah, you know, could we sign him? I don't know. One player. I don't know, one player that is rumoured to be coming to the club, and I think this guy would be good. I mean, he's from Algeria. He's 23 years of age. He's another Brentford player, and that other Brentford player, which is Neil Murphy. This one I can't pronounce the name. It said Berama as Algerian. Both of them players we may spend 15 mil on them each, 30 million euro. If you get where I'm coming from. Now, I believe this guy's a winger. I can't remember. I can't actually remember how many goals. There was one source saying how many goals he scored, but honestly, I cannot remember. I literally cannot remember how many he's scored and how many he's put away. But no, I don't know. I'm not really sure what he's like. I don't know what he's capable of. He's another player that's going to be coming in. You know, apparently he does have a bit of pace, which I'm happy about. But is he consistent? Would he be consistent enough for the premise I said about these certain Championship players and other players from leagues and that, innit? We're mainly linked to players from the Championship of the Prem, not from abroad. Like I'm kind of, I don't know, you know, but who knows? Who knows? If he did come to Palace, then I'll be, you know, I'll be alright with that. 50 mil, is he worth it? I don't know. He's the kind of player I would take 5 mil for, not 15. It's a bit too much. We might waste our money and it'd be a bit risky. Maybe we do need to take a risk. Maybe we don't. Who knows? But I personally think, let's try him out. Let's see what happens. You know, if we do get him, I'll be alright. But I would get him less for 15 mil, if I could be honest with you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just get it for a fair price in that. And in his upcoming week, we're not really linked to anyone else. I'm not going to lie. We are not really linked to anyone else at all. So, yeah, I mean, do we look like signing anyone in the next coming weeks? Not really. Maybe in a month's time we will. But, you know, because obviously the players are on holiday and that. Who knows? Not many transfers have been happening. There's obviously in the Nations League final that was finished yesterday. Portugal beating the Netherlands 1-0. Semi-finals of the friendlies and that have been going on. The Women's World Cup's on as well. I don't know, you know. But not much has really been happening. West Ham signed a player. Bournemouth signed a player, I think. I can't even remember their names. Chelsea signed Pulisic. Man United signed James from former Wigan. I think he was a former... Well, they signed him from Swansea for like £16 million, which is calm, innit? But what I've got to say, I've got, you know, I'm just going to move on to the players that may be leaving. Benteke rumoured to go back to Villa because they came promoted. I don't think that's going to happen. Townsend to Leicester. I don't think that's going to happen. If he did go, I would be really annoyed. And I don't know how that would affect the other players. Scott down to Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle got a load of money, but then he needs Scott down probably not 8 mil for him. I think we should probably be asking a little more than 8 mil, probably at least 15 from the calibre of Scott Down's quality of that in it. But it's all on Wan Bissaka mainly. It's all on Wan Bissaka. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for my next video, which probably will be out next week and that, or maybe at the end of this week on a Sunday. Who knows? Maybe we might actually sign a player out of nowhere, but it didn't look like we're signing anyone. That's all I've got to say. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. And don't go changing. And yeah, peace. Subscribe. We are a little. At the time it's recorded, we're only one off from 460 subs. So we'll probably need about 40 more subs until we can get to 500. I know, you know, I was aiming by now the 10th of June on this day around this area and that in it. This time more like to get to 500 subs hasn't really been achieved, and that's just been me not uploading as much, being quite inconsistent because I've been really busy. So you know, maybe next time I do it, might need to set myself a better deadline. Who knows? But yeah, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.